Hello, guys, and we're back. Sorry, I have a lot of explaining to do, so I'm gonna get right into it. Um, I was big dumb yesterday. I didn't record, obviously. This is actually now the third. I said I would record on the second, so here I am recording. Um, I got a little busy on the other day, so that's why there wasn't me recording. Um, yeah. Mhm. Bad idea. Um, yeah, I just straight up didn't get around to recording yesterday. That was pretty much really what happened. Not even gonna beat around the bush or anything. I didn't record, and this is the result. So, welcome to this. Um, so how are you guys today? I'm doing rather fine this morning. Had a nice breakfast. Woke up a little late, obviously. Otherwise, I would have been probably a lot more energetic. Ended up kind of just sitting there for a while, blankly thinking about what I wanted to talk about today. But here I am, and the stuff I have to talk about today, there's nothing really too amazing, other than we're going to update to 1.15. I think either next episode or halfway through this episode, one of the two. I'll decide after a little bit of mining here because I just want to, clear out some space and have a lot more cobblestone and whatnot. Because eventually I might start building underground too. I just thought, which was a thought I had a little while ago, of just building into the ground and having like an underground section of the uh, base. Not just the base, the village too. I was gonna put that over by where Connor's house is, actually, the entrance to the underground bit. Um, I just don't really know how it's gonna work down there. I think I might just put a bunch of jobs down there. There'll probably be very few beds, so that I can have like a bunch of villagers actually go down there during the day. Yeah, because I mean they'll pathfind them. They should, at least. If anything, I'll just uh, fence I'll boat a few in there so that they take the jobs and then go to there. Because I mean, it's not unlikely that eventually someone will pathfind down there. I just don't know exactly when they will, basically. But we'll see how it actually turns out. Um, I also was going to make like a bee farm somehow when we update. That was a plan and stuff. I actually learned how to do so because if you didn't know, bees actually increase the growth rate of crops. That's their functionality, actually. That's the entire reason they exist at all in Minecraft now, is because they actually increase the rate of production for your farms. Which also means I should probably go ahead and replace the middle section of my... No, actually, that's right. They only go 5 blocks. If you didn't know, they'll only go 5 blocks from their hives in total. Um, when searching for flowers. Ah, here's the problem. I knew I would have to do this at some point. Go swimming. But yeah, the that's the plan for bees and stuff with us is we're gonna have some sort of bee farm. I know honey is actually a really nice food source. It only stacks up to like 16, I believe, though, which might be a deficit to the amount, which is a deficit, which is a definite deficit to the amount of food you can normally carry. But I believe I don't remember if they changed this or not, but I believe honey actually does a full saturation, which is crazy. Because that means that literally every other food that you know, people are used to having to farm for and whatnot is kind of gone because the bees do it on their own. I mean, all you need is like an observer, a dispenser, and a couple bottles, and that's it. You know, it's kind of like a large part of the actual doing stuff yourself in Minecraft is gone. Because that can be set up extremely early. All you need is a nether portal. You've pretty much got what you need to start a endless extreme food farm. I mean, I guess in a way it does speed up the amount of time you usually would need to set up in the game. Because I mean, I can foresee people switching to honey as their main food source in Minecraft really early on. Which I don't know, I've always kind of like stuck to one or two whenever I play through. Like there was one time where I had a really good cow farm and everything like that, so you know I had a bunch of steak and stuff. I always had a bunch of steak. You know, so I was actually like I had a chest or a little storage area for like specifically just the meat and leather, and it overflowed like so many times because I just had too much. Uh, it was mainly because at that point I had also like at that point like I had the XP from killing the cows out when I didn't have the enchanted sword. I then enchanted. I think it was an iron sword. I think it was only an iron sword, and it had looting 3 and then sharpness 5. You know, I made it an iron sword. No, it also had fire aspect, I believe. Yeah, I think it has fire aspect as well to cook them because I never had a cold problem, so I'm guessing it was that. That was why. But it did have fire aspect. Now I remember. The farm became unusable in the rain though because of that because then I wouldn't have the coal to cook it all. Anywho, what was I doing? We're gonna fix up my tools actually. I think it's about time that we actually did something like that. I believe there's some diamonds over here, and it is the middle of the night, dude. I gotta put more houses over here so that these guys actually go to bed. Because this dude doesn't even realize there's a drown chasing him. There we go, he realized now. Because this dude has found his way to this stone cutter. Of all things. Of all things to drop. Yeah, there are some diamonds here. As you can see, my inventory is full up of cobblestone and whatnot. And some diamonds, actually. So we got 14 now. At least in my inventory. We'll bring some of this, more of this redstone dust back, and that as well. Let's not skimp on that. Yeah, that's a good amount of resources to say that I brought to actually bring in the house now. That's it. That's the thing with Minecraft. You never know what you need to bring in. Or at least I never do. If you remember, like the Dino Diviner series with the what was it? The I'm blanking on what it was. The Tar Farm. Yeah, I would sit there, like, when I was just idly playing Minecraft, I was sitting there and just hitting, every slime that spawned. And I gotta tell you, like, I love that bit of Fossils and Archaeology Revival, is those tar slimes, because that sped up like just normally playing the game so much, because I could just process, you know, the tar fossils, and not only did I get tar from just like the fossils themselves, I got coal from the tar. You can just get just coal on its own, which was like a huge way of or a huge source of cobblestone, because oh, not cobblestone. I just blanked on what I was talking about. Coal. It was a huge source of coal. I mean, I believe I talked about it like plenty of times within that series, but yeah, it was awesome. The amount of coal, and like, I actually don't think I had anything. I had the super smelter systems that I made that were just very simple, and then I had a bigger one in the same factory building. I think if I ever do a factory like that again, I'll actually like put some more things in it, because I had two free space. Well, I had one free space because the other space was the one space was a area for. Again, I'm blanking. Wow, I have blanked too many times in this episode already. Jeez, my brain was not ready to record apparently, even though I was hyping myself up to do so. Um, I am like genuinely blanking here. Sorry. Oh, I was also fixing my tools. What am I doing? Um, there's my anvil. I was like, is there one that I've already used? No. A couple diamonds were lost there, in all reality. Could have just made a new axe. Unless that actually didn't use as many diamonds as it would have taken to make a new axe. I wasn't truly paying attention to how many diamonds we used there. But yeah, we're probably gonna do the underground building. Of course, that would be a while. And in that old series, with the factory building, I was actually planning on having that second kind of farming or storage area set up. Um, I need you to head all the way home, sir. Like, see how far this dude wandered? Holy crap. Because, no, he can't go over this hill. He didn't, like, just go into the hill. He walked all the way around the fence, that ends over here, and walked all the way to that there. Because they don't see that as a way to walk. So that jerk just... Ugh. Can you move, Iron Golem? The Iron Golems in this update just feel stupid. Are just so annoying to me now. It used to be like awesome. I used to love seeing an Iron Golem because that meant that I would have less to do. You know, I would have less villager death to worry about because I would always have like a village and hope it would stay alive near me usually. But now it's like impossible to not have this big village. And that's the point of having an underground area as well, is because most of the iron golems should spawn on the surface. I'll just have to focus on lighting underground, and then I'll literally have nothing to worry about. Yeah. Sorry that this is kind of a boring episode. I mean, I was just kind of clearing out an area, then now we're just clearing out some trees. But the thing I'm going with here is that I'm setting up for being able to go into 1.15, building that house, finishing it. I wanted to put some bees on the roof or like on the top floors, so like there was a little bee area, you know, a little garden with some bees. You know, having a nice little area that looks nice and cool on the roof or on the third floor or something like that. You know, I want it to look nice, and that was my whole plan with it. But at the moment, with the fact that I've been really slow with even getting the idea of recording into my head or playing Minecraft, I really haven't even genuinely played Minecraft while on my own in like months now, and that scares me because I used to play it when I was younger, like so often. Like every day I'd come home and play Minecraft, and I would play for hours. You know, I would watch Minecraft videos, I would wish that I could have mods and stuff. Uh, yeah, I used to like stare at these like YouTubers that had it all. To me, it all seemed like they had all their Minecraft stuff figured out. They always wanted to do like these big extravagant projects that involved like thousands and thousands of blocks, you know. Of course that number actually like slowly grew larger and larger because, you know, it became more apparent that while Minecraft was kind of in a decline for while it was, at least, uh, you needed to have a big project. You know, you needed to be doing big projects to be able to um, actually do like, or actually have, you know, a lot of things that people would like to see. You know, it ended up being, you know, like people want big projects. They want YouTubers to be proud of them. They want when, you know, people watch it. And that was the big thing, was that people were starting to build big but not be proud of it in the end. Is what I saw, at least. There was a lot of people that were like, "Oh, here's this. I spent several days making it, and I spent even more time preparing for it to even happen. Do you guys like it?" And people would be like, "Yeah, can you do this too?" And they'd be like, "Oh, okay. Um, sure, I guess." And what do you know? They didn't do anything, you know, that actually made them happy to play Minecraft or stuff like that. it's kind of like a it's a give and take thing when it comes to people playing Minecraft. Kept or was at least like that to some people. It was very apparent that Minecraft, when it was beginning its decline in popularity, for the time it was declining in popularity, it had this kind of negative feel to people, and people, when people finally started, really not liking Minecraft during that decline because it was declining in popularity. Um, you know, there always seems to be that kind of culture that appears when a game, when a something, anything that's popular is starting to become unpopular. That those people that they are originally not liking it, kind of come to this culture of like, oh yeah, told you it was bad. It was like, even after like years of the game being super successful and people loving it for years, I told you it was bad. Kind of culture pops up in place of the culture that you know existed to that culture of just negativity existing prior to the actual like decline of Minecraft and anything popular. Yeah, like I said, anything popular, there's always going to be haters of it, and that's the sad reality of the world is that people will actively try to shun you for something like you like, and they'll yell at you and whatnot. And I know that for a fact because, well, people don't like me. It's as simple as that. I apparently look intimidating. I wasn't to some people, and I really wasn't trying to be. But okay, I mean, stuff happens. I kind of rolled with the punches, kind of thing. There was a rumor when I was a little kid, and that was another thing that scares people. But I've tried to move past it. They actually haven't. Those people that started the rumor. It wasn't. It was a element like almost younger than elementary. It was only like a first grade thing, and it was a rumor spread by a parent, not a kid. It was a parent. How sad is that? How sad is that? A parent spreading a rumor about a first grader. Just gonna say that's it. The sad reality is people like that exist, and I had to deal with them for a majority of my life. Because this person was the PTA president at my school. I never heard the end of it. I still don't, because there's still people that believe the rumor, and I'm just sitting here like, you don't even know who the rumor is directed to. Because the rumor is about something that happened between me and one person when we were friends at that time. And, oh boy, do people really like to go ham on that idea. People like going very dark places, apparently, with the ways they think about other people in society, which you guys probably already know, or if you didn't, yeah, there are not all nice people out there. If you're in a bad situation, there's always going to be a light at the end of the tunnel, right? There are many stories of people online that people will post. Like if you've ever, um, if you're in a bad spot right now, I recommend any YouTuber that goes over Reddit, like entitled parents, r/slash That's the YouTuber, lowercase r. I've been listening to some of his videos, so shout out to a bigger YouTuber than me as usual, um, for making these videos of people like of these Reddit things that are like people explaining something that terrible that happened to them, whatnot, and like how bad people can be. There's always usually with those stories, there's like some sweet relief, release to to the people that are like affected by others, because like r/entitled parents and whatnot, which I'm actually talking about Reddit itself, not the YouTuber now. If you've ever gone into that subreddit, um, which, cringy Reddit talk. um, there's some people that are genuinely just trying to, like talk about a situation they were in, and you know, either realize the hilarity of it or just tell the story and let people know that, like this happened to me, and it affected me as a person, and it's something somebody else forced upon me, kind of thing. With entitled parents, it's usually some parent that's like, my kid deserves literally everything, and my kid should never have to work in a day in their life. No, everyone has to work. It's not. It's not like you are. Oh, geez, I'm getting rid of that. I don't use stripped logs, so that's going away. Wait, can I still turn that into planks? I never actually knew if you can turn these still into planks. Okay, you still can. Okay. Okay, so that will be used then. Sorry, I just did never use strip logs, so I didn't know. But yeah, these are people. These are actual people talking about situations they've been in, whether it's them working or just some random mom that, while they're doing some thing, like these four teens that were working at a surf thing, and they were not like young teens. I'm only saying teens to make them sound younger than they are, and I don't want them to, be embarrassed by their age or anything like that. I, I don't really like doing that to people. I'll say like early 20s and stuff is what I really mean by teenagers. So not really teenager, more of young adult age, young adult aged people. Not These weren't children. These weren't young people that are still in high school and whatnot. These are, young adults that were doing a job as surf instructors. And I'll give you the short version. Entitled mom and her daughter walk up, and they start yelling at this girl who's behind the thing, in, like, and the entitled mom's in a bikini. I'll just let you know that first. The entitled mom's in a bikini, and she's yelling at the girl that's helping, that went to help her because, customer service and everything like that, and it's technically, they're working a job of customer service because they are, teaching people, and you know they're on a beach, first of all, kind of thing. They're on a beach, so there are people that have been in way less clothing. There's probably people still on the beach that are in way less clothing. The entitled mom walks up to this thing, asking, basically demanding that she has her daughter put into one of these surf classes, and it's like, oh, well, sorry, ma'am, we're closing up for the day. We can have you sign up for a class tomorrow or something like that. I don't remember if it was like tomorrow they said. And so they're trying to help. She's trying to help her, but like she starts yelling. The entitled mom starts yelling at this girl for wearing what she was wearing, and customer service mode because she's still on the clock, kind of thing. She goes and grabs her like shirt to put over her top, and it wasn't like she was wearing like super skimpy clothes. She was wearing like, I'm guessing, kind of lifeguard-esque clothing. Like a lifeguard-esque bathing suit. So it wasn't skimpy. It wasn't anything like that. It wasn't anything, bad. It was just she was doing her job and dressed accordingly. But apparently this entitled parent didn't see it that way. And like eventually the her coworkers come around to join in on this, and then the entitled mom realizes there's all these it's all these dudes and this one girl, and starts calling her a whore, like she was doing the nasty with these guys instead of like working or something. It wasn't working, it was adultery, which it obviously wasn't, because like they had just got done and were literally locking up when this woman came up. They weren't. The three guys were in the back doing different things of locking up, and she stopped what she was doing with locking up after taking a shower to help to help the lady. So entitlement is real these days, people. Watch out. It's scary. Because I'll tell you in the next episode, the entitled parent story I had while I was working at an aquarium. Volunteering. Let me get that through your head. Volunteering. I wasn't getting paid for this crap. Though I wouldn't have really asked for it anyways, because I actually had a lot of fun working there, so don't take it like that. Yeah, we'll talk about that next episode. Anyways, I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.